sharing Candlestick Park with the San Francisco Giants. A foghorn followed the 49ers down to Santa Clara and Levi Stadium, where it continues to blare and let the Bay know it is time for some football. Today, we have an NFC fight in store between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. Set for the opening kick. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Here's Sky Moore on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. They stop him at the 39. No first yet, but they've got third and very short coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs.
Get set, get set. 118, what's up?
McCaffrey on third down. He'll have the first down and even more. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
We certainly didn't have to wait long for some explosive plays, and this might just be the opening act because usually those explosive plays come through the air, not just on the ground.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
Outside. 118.
Going run again with McCaffrey. Free inside the 30. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers take a 6-0 lead right away. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Josh Blackwell to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, there are oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
We're working a couple yards past the line. That one stopped by Upton Stout. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Williams. Massive hits. The ball's out. Picked up by the 49ers. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Third down, they need 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
18, watch out!
I'll air it out on 3rd. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
From the red zone on 1st. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one doesn't go far.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Catch made. And this is going to get him right up near that first down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7. 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs.
Run around, sir!
Fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, doesn't matter. Kid, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead, but you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. They're going to run here. Kyle Monunga dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Off the play fake, Williams. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down play. Williams from the gun. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he's out of bounds. It looks like they might have a shot block, but they're going to be left 2 yards short now. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we get one more shot if you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They only needed a couple, and that's exactly what they got from. Not the most impressive game, but it's a big one all the same. That gets them a fresh set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Going to run again with Swift. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's whole helm on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing the out route complete. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They pitch it to him. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Well, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much. It's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18.
From the gun is Purdy. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's caught after a game of about 2. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
A 2-yard pickup.
So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 3rd and 8.
18. Watch out.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
First down throw by Williams. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So that brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Running behind center with Swift. Oh, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the 49ers. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them kids going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground, while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. First down, Williams to throw. Oh, man, it's Colston Loveland. Down the left sideline he goes. And they're going to have first and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will set up first and goal.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to Swift. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Third and goal. It's Williams. That is Cox. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Moore with a return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down, Purdy to throw. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers making a 9-point advantage. George Kittle, the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game.
Euro set to kick off.
Now Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Devin Duvernay to return it. Jukes away from one. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. Komet's got it, left side. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Working from the gun, Williams. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's
3rd and long for him here. They set up the screen here to Swift. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stops. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Purdy on the play action. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. Almost a very quick drive, but the drop pick gives him new life. This is 2nd down. Looking to throw, Purdy. Taken in on the right side by Pearsall. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, Purdy. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Get set, up.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Gets 16 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the 1st.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Watch out.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Watch out.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Gain 15 there. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Get set. Watch out.
Play action now, Purdy. Got him close to the 8. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
4 yards. And the 49er 1st down.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Need better results here on 2nd and goal from the 10.
Get set. Get set. 18. Up.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
Outside.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Makes the catch. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers blow their lead just before halftime. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. You start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point set right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Blackwell now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Complete right side. Burton has it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Bears. 1st down.
Williams on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
1st down.
And now here's Williams. He's got a screen to the running back. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
To the air yet again, Williams. Another turnover, this time it's an interception. Jason Pinnock picks it.
Williams pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
Finding Pearsall. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Okay, the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
It's a gain of 11. And the 49er.
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. And I'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He's got a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set. Up.
They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Play action now with Purdy. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looks like the 49ers were the first to it, and they make the recovery. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Purdy setting up that play action. Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short. Piniero's kick is good. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
Set to kick off.
Now Piniero on to handle the kickoff. Blackwell now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
At the gun, here's Williams. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
He'll throw it. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. It is caught at the 20. And he's going to be driven out at the end. So some fireworks, no points, but a big play there. Help bring this 2nd quarter to a close.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now Piñeiro on to handle the kickoff. Blackwell now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. Here's Swift to start the drive. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And he's down after getting this up to the 41. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll be first down Bears.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Now here he goes. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that'll be first down Chicago.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
What is up?
Now Williams. Pass caught, 9-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with your route check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears drop the lead back to 13. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Moore with a return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Get set, get set. Stop.
Purdy on the play action. Next on the crosser. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that gives the 49ers the first.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
Throw right side is caught by Jennings. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Stop.
Off the play fake. Purdy. That's incomplete on second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Outside. 18, watch out.
On third down, Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation, and he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, as safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. One guy with it. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
Off the play fake, Williams. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
I know I'm nitpicking a little bit here, Kate, But if they could have held off just another second before making contact, they may have driven this QB right into the end zone, and we know what that would have meant. Well, 2 points and a defense ignited.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. There's a dive up the middle. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And he gets it away from his end zone. He'll take it in short of midfield. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Get set, get set.
Here's McCaffrey. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Watch out!
They stick with McCaffrey. Ooh, and that was close, but they're going to have to get this on 3rd down now. Gain is to the 27. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Get set, get set.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
So 4th down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Pinheiro's kick is good, and that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Blackwell now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying grounded with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1. And now they're left with 3rd and 7. Air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the in route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
49ers close it in, and down he goes. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
He's already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Working from the gun, Williams. He's going deep this time. Yeah, a little bit of big completion, Brock. If not for that meddling defender, he knocked it away. It sets up 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. He set up the screen here to Swift. Into the secondary past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25.
Right in with Swift out of the gun. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Tight end in motion now. Here's Swift on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
A 40-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Moore with a return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The 49ers and Ricky Pearsall headed back out on offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Outside.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Get set. Get set. Watch out.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Outside. Watch out. Stop.
1st down, Purdy to throw. Has a man downfield, it's Jennings. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set. Rise up. Up.
Play action now. Purdy. Catches Manning close. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Outside. 18.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out. Stop.
Here's McCaffrey again. And the defense keeps holding him. He's stuck at the 3. The makings of a goal line stand here. No gain on the run, and now it's 3rd and goal.
18. Watch out. Up.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job.
And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Purdy leading the 49ers to the line for this 2-point try.
The 49ers will line up for the 2.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Put the body on the line for his team. Well, he just caught them a touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Blackwell now to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. And an excellent effort there. Sets him up almost at midfield. The Bears about set for their next possession. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
1st down, Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get it past midfield and down on the 49ers side. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Williams from the gun.
It was a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Going all the way to the end zone here. Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it off. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
This down to the 34. Now, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Going to the ground again on first. He's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers, well, they could probably just run away and hide. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. It's quarterback run here. Lining up to take a knee on second down.
Watch out!
Drawn up for it. Setting up for the kneel down on third.
Watch out!
He's drawn up for him. So fourth down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. This one from an even 40 yards out. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.